welcome to Tales from the Bottom Shelf, the video podcast for the Bottom Shelf Project. I am your host, Carrie. We're here to review beverages that may have been overlooked or avoided by others. The rules of the project are simple. The drinks reviewed are designated as bottom shelf primarily due to their price or their reputation. Our initial review was shot at night using poor overhead lighting, so apologies for the quality of the video. We hope you enjoy it as much as we enjoyed recording it. So without further ado, here it is. So once again, I'm your host, Carrie, and here are my fellow rogues.
I'm Richard.
And I'm John.
Lifelong friends. And our liquor of choice is Jeppson's Malort. Now, I've never had Malort before. I've heard of the name. I'm not sure exactly what it entails. But this meets our qualifications. It's a 750 milliliter bottle. And Richard bought it in Canada for the... Chicago for the amazing price of...
$13.99.
So $13.99. So it definitely qualifies as a bottom shelf liquor.
Now, before we crack this open, I feel like it's only appropriate that we read the description of this wonderful beverage that we're about to partake. Jeppson Malort has the aroma and full-bodied flavor of an unusual botanical. Its bitter taste is savored by two-fisted drinkers. When they won't even tell you what's in it, you know it's going to hurt. Now, would you like to guess what the unusual botanical is, Mr. Preston?
I can't even hazard it. I've heard the name Malort before, but I don't know what it entails. I don't know what's actually in it.
Wormwood.
And I would like to point out, for our language-friendly people, that mal in Spanish typically means bad, like malaria. So, there you go.
Words for the wise. So, first off is the nosing. So I'm going to crack this bad boy open. It's a virgin bottle.
With a fine plastic screw cap.
Quality screw cap. Let's pour out a little...
Now there's a...
dram for each of us.
Now my local contact in Chicago was telling me that when their company has team building exercises, such as pumpkin carving or decorating of offices, the losing team has to take a shot of this as punishment. It's not bad. It's kind of sweet, honestly.
Yeah, the nose is really light.
Yeah, it's actually, I'm surprised. Sweetness.
Almost like a honey almost.
Yeah, but there's
Or
like
cinnamon?
a little medicinal something in the way in the background.
Kind of like in some of the German liqueurs. How they've got a slightly medicinal flavor to them. A little Christmassy.
I can see that.
Almost sticky sweet though. Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised for something that's supposed to be vile that it's not bad. So, bottoms up for the tasting.
I'm sorry.
So who will we be gifting the rest of this bottle to, Carrie?
The initial impression, it's not good. And Emma the Wonder Dog says the same thing.
I'm so sorry.
That noise is a perfect analogy to the way this thing tastes.
Speaking as someone who has a very broad experience with liquors, and so far I've never had a type of liquor I don't like.
Now,
this is not good.
this is bad.
Yeah. But how is it not good? What does it taste like? I was gonna go with bile. I have that bile aftertaste, like when you vomit up and you've got nothing left.
So reflux.
Yeah.
That's what it tastes like.
It's a lingering flavor. It's a lingering bitterness that is tart.
And
it tastes nothing like it smells.
No.
Nothing.
The nose and the flavor are drastically
the
different.
nose is a complete trap, if you will.
It's a trap.
Hey, it smells kind of that, and the flavor is just an assault on your tongue as if it hates your tongue.
The best description I can give that is, and again, it's still with me. After all this time, that flavor is still on the back
Well, I
of my
took a
tongue.
second drink for science, and it didn't get better.
No,
So
I'm gonna
It's
trust
as
your
though
judgment.
my tongue were punched with a bitter fist.
Yeah,
the bitter fist of hatred.
exactly.
Because this is, wow. I'm going in again. I don't know what it is.
This is like your ex-girlfriend in a bottle.
Well, the sad part is, there's still a little bit of sweet, and when you first take it in, there's still a little bit of sweet, but it's
That is truly bizarre in that the nose is welcoming. It's almost sticky sweet.
But then you taste it, and
And
it
some-
tastes like I've been throwing up all morning.
On the tip of the tongue, I can taste the sweetness. I rolled it across my tongue. The tip of the tongue, I can still taste a little bit of sweet. Oh my god! But there's the bitterness.
And then the vial hits you. It's so weird.
You know how when you're first learning how to nose whiskeys and liquors, and people say, you know, oh, I smell cherries, and a new person like, I don't smell cherries. So what do? You go, here, smell these cherries. You actually smell some cherries, right?
Yes.
And then you go back and you go, oh, now I smell the cherries. Okay. Now I smell
my eyes are
the
watering.
bile in this. It's all there. Like, do a nosing now, and you won't.
I
you won't
have
a second
never.
drink.
I've had a lot of liquors.
Ugh, no.
I have never had something like that
The
before.
dichotomy between the nose and the actual flavor it's
Oh my
schizophrenic.
god! I got my mouth open, and it's clinging to me.
This is.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I can
It's-
see why this is punishment.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
So normally our next step would be, if it's good, can we make it better? If it's bad, can we make it palatable? By making it into a cocktail or a mixer or adding something to it. In this case, no, we're going to go ahead and skip that entirely.
You sure?
Can we make it better? No, we cannot make this better.
Oh, here's the best part. It's bottled right here in Florida, but you can only get it. But you can only buy it in Chicago, even though it's made right down the road.
Carl Jeppson, you and your company, may God have mercy on your soul.
I'm saying.
Ultimately, would we recommend it?
No. In
No,
fact,
no.
I feel bad for bringing this back from Chicago. To be
No.
honest.
Yes,
Oh,
we're
well,
doing. We're doing the public a great service by saying.
I
don't
will
ever
say
go here.
I will say that we're not all men in the eyes of Chicago, because when I was buying this, the young whippersnapper who couldn't have been more than 25 was like, "Oh, well, this is a good rite of passage to manhood," and as he handed it to me, so we're now men.
So ultimately, in our grading system, good was a milkshake, and bad was
Malort.
was paregoric.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would rate this as a NyQuil.
I really think
I
if
think
we're gonna have
I think you're being too nice by saying it's NyQuil.
Well, you're probably right, because actually I can
NyQuil
actually
tastes
slug
better.
NyQuil back.
I think if this is our kind of maiden voyage, and we're creating a new grading system.
This could be the bottom of the barrel.
I'm saying this should be the bookend on the bad side, because
Yeah.
this is the standard to beat.
You know what? I think that's it. I think we've
I-
raised the bar. I think
Yeah.
this is your new low bar.
The low
Is
bar
it worse
a
than
Malort.
this?
Not all adventures are good, but that's an adventure.
And if this is like a passage to manhood, there are other routes to go. Okay, join the army.
Eat the heart of your enemies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do something a little bit more noble than this.
Ooh, good lord!
My goodness. So
Why am I still drinking it?
I'm not like
that and okay, that's
today. My jurisdiction.
that's the ultimate bottom bar for the bottom shelf. If you had no other choice but to drink this to get hammered, would you do it?
I'm not.
death by Malort.
I guess it depends on how bad my day was going, right? Like
It
this
depends
is
on how bad
this
my
is like a
life
death.
is going.
This is like a death in the family bad.
Yeah.
You just got handed divorce papers bad. This is a bad day drink.
I put this just a hair above head trauma for the sensation that it would give you for experiencing it. And this is not drinking. This is experiencing.
Yeah.
Now,
It's bad.
as someone who's had multiple concussions to the point where I forgot an entire presidency in its second term, I'd rather have that than this.
Yeah. I think I would rather have a head trauma.
My goodness. Well, there you have it. Jeppson's Malort.
It's bad.
It's not good.
It's everything you've heard and more.
Indeed. So until next time, hopefully with a better drink, this is Carrie.
And Richard?
And John.
wishing you adieu.